Hi everyone, it's Alyssa from AlyBearsAdoraCharms, and today I have a charm update video. I know I've been pretty silent on YouTube, and I'm incredibly sorry. I posted a video back in February talking about doing an Etsy shop sale, and also posting things on my Instagram that I want to try to sell that aren't in my Etsy shop. The reason why that didn't happen was because I was starting to feel like I had a cold when I posted that video, and with colds I can usually power through them, but what ended up happening was I had an upper respiratory virus that also ended up turning into bronchitis, and then because of that I developed a double ear infection, so I was basically unable to craft or do anything for 2 weeks. I could barely talk and I could barely breathe. And since then, I've been busy with school, and now that the school year's almost over, I'm able to be more active on my crafting pages on Crafty, Amino, Instagram, Facebook, and also with my Etsy shop. So I'm hoping to do that sale, probably starting June 1st, that way then I can completely finish with my schooling, even though my school ends June 9th, but I've also got other things planned for May. The announcement for that will be coming Sunday. I've already kind of hinted towards that on my Instagram story. So if you don't follow my Instagram, you definitely should. Also maybe drop a like on my Facebook page and follow me at Crafty Amino if you don't. So that way then you can stay up to date with my things. Also please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be hopefully making more videos here soon. I think I have a video planned to work on later this week. I haven't started it, but I've been thinking about doing it for a few months now. I just haven't. But this update is mostly just charms that I've worked on lately within the last few months. Most of them were recent though. So first off, I have to show you this mermaid. I've posted her on my Instagram, which is also linked to my Facebook page. I believe I posted her on Crafty Amino. She's listed in my Etsy shop right now for $10 because a few months ago I updated my Etsy shop but then forgot to mention it. She is a two of a kind. I have made one. Well, I have a twin of her that I kept for myself because the shells that they're holding are really similar. So I decided to make another one based, like twin mermaids. And then I also have baby mermaids based on them because they had miniature shells. There's 5 of these. And to show you the size difference, this one's not one of the bigger of the babies. There's one that's got a longer tail than the others, so she's a little bit taller. And here's a few more. This is the one with the long tail. So as you can see, it's taller than the others. They're all really sparkly because I mixed the opal clay with glitter clay for their tails. So they've got big chunks of opal in them as well as glitter, and their hair is actually really glittery. My camera's not picking it up as good. Photographing these is very hard too because they're so sparkly and cameras just don't pick them up as much. Then I have this gold mermaid. I kind of based her colors off of her shell. I really love how she turned out. I also mixed the opal clay with glitter clay for her tail as well. She's very sparkly and metallic, which is really perfect for her shell. I really like how it turned out. Then I have this one. She's kind of based off of the Little Mermaid, loosely considering how the tail's not the same. She's actually got pure opal clay on her tail. Then I mixed it with pink. And I kind of based this mermaid around her shell as well, since her shell is pink. I also based this one around its shell that it's holding because the shell is green, so I kind of wanted to make a green mermaid. She's green and gold. Well, her hair is anyway. The rest of her is green, and she's got opal clay in her tail, so it's very sparkly. So you can see there's a big chunk right there. But I really love her, and I added a little jewel in. I think she turned out really well considering how I was basing her around a shell. All of these mermaids are on my Etsy shop. The babies are 8 and the others are 10 because of the shells. This one's also in my Etsy shop. She's for $8 as well. She's one of my older style mermaids, but I like the simple style too, where the other is more of an elegant style. And then she's got beads on her as well. Then, this is actually what started me on the different metallic colors, is I got these little gears and I wanted to make a steampunk girl. So that's why the first few mermaids I showed you were more of a steampunk look, because I really like the color combination. And so I made them all the same night. But I really like her. I think I'm going to make a few more with the gears because this is so far the only one I've made with the actual gears. She is $8 in my Etsy shop as well. And then I made these girls also that night with the same colors. They're really sparkly. Like their skirts, just like the mermaid's tails, the first few mermaids I showed you, they're a mixture of like rose gold clay, opal, and I want to say bronze. That's why it's kind of a purple brown color. Makes it really unique. Like before I baked them, their skirts were actually a completely different color. So it's not a very consistent color. This one almost looks exactly like the other. They're kind of like twins, just their hair is a little bit different, and their skirts obviously because they're handmade, so not everything's going to be exactly the same. But she's just as sparkly. Then I have this Koala Girl. I made her for a trade that I was going to do with this girl on Instagram, but then she postponed the trade for later and then never got a hold of me for picking a different day to do the trade. So we never sent out our trade packages or anything. It was going to be my first ever trade. So I really like how she turned out. She'll be a part of the sale that I'll be doing in June because I really like her, and I figure she should go to a great home even though the person she was made for isn't going to get her. This girl, you've probably seen her around a little bit. She's loosely based off of Beetlejuice and Harley Quinn because of the two-tone skirt and the two-tone hair. I really like half and half hair colors. I myself am half blue and half black haired. Right now I'm going to dye my blue purple soon, so I'll be somewhat like her. I really like her hair. It's really floofy and wavy and curly. She's $8 in my Etsy shop currently right now as well. Ah! My magnets jumped at me. So I guess I'll show them next. I recently made this sunflower magnet. They're very strong magnets, like they just spring together. Earlier on my clay table, these two stuck together and there was a block of clay, like a little piece of clay. It was more like about ½ an inch thick roll of clay stuck between the two. So I have this sunflower and then this unicorn. It's actually a sleeping unicorn. She's got gold Pearlex pigments on her hoofs. I'm thinking about listing them up in my Etsy shop for $5 because they're really fun to make and they're really good magnets. I tested them out in my refrigerator. This turtle with roses on its back was made for a theme on my collab account, 7 Kawaii Crafters on Instagram, for the theme Earth Day, which was last week. She is based off of a myth that I remember reading as a kid growing up about Mackinac Island, which is an island north of the lower peninsula of Michigan. It's in Lake Huron. And the turtle, basically, in the myth, takes sea from the bottom of the, sand from the bottom of the lake and puts it on its shell and then becomes an island. So the flowers that are different colors on her shell is loosely based around the continents and, the oceans of the world. And then on her one hand, paw, I guess you could call it turtle paw, is the island of Mackinac. Then for this week's theme on 7 Kawaii Crafters, I have this Totoro, or however you pronounce it. I've never seen the movie by Studio Ghibli, but Totoro is on a cherry blossom because until yesterday my cherry blossom tree was blossoming, but then the 50-mile-an-hour winds kind of got rid of all the flowers, which is kind of sad because I was going to somehow incorporate that into the video. I wasn't going to show this, but it's too cute to not show it because I haven't glazed it yet. Oops. Is this Ariel Magnet that I made. She's got glitter opal background for the ocean, a real shell, and her tail is actually opal and glitter as well. I really love her. I just posted her today on Crafty Amino because the weekend challenge is mermaid crafts, so I couldn't pass it up because I just made it the other day. And then I have this gauge. I don't know if many of you watch or play the game Borderlands 2. She is a DLC character, which means downloadable content. That's what DLC stands for anyway. And she's actually my character that I play with when I play the game with my boyfriend and one of my best friends. And so I recreated her. And she has a lunchbox for like her toolkit. She's a mechromancer, so she builds robots. She's a mechanic, and the silver arm right here is supposed to be her mechanical arm and stuff. I really like her. She's one of my favorite characters in the game. So I made her for last week's weekend crafts challenge on Crafty Amino. It was futuristic crafts, and the game's kind of a futuristic game, so I figured that would work. I don't know if many people know her because it is kind of a game for teenagers, and young adults. But I really like her, and I'm going to keep her for myself because it's my character. Well, that's all for this video. Please subscribe and let me know what you think down in the comments section. Also follow my Instagram so that way then when I announce my big announcement Sunday that you see it. But other than that, have a great day.